Well, hello, guys and gals. It's Cowboy Star coming back at you. That's right, we're talking about the Dallas Cowboys. Well, I hope you all had a great Christmas and New Year. Been kind of busy around here, and so much has been going on with not only the Cowboys but with Damar Hamlin. I know everyone's heard about the unfortunate injury that Damar Hamlin of the Buffalo Bills sustained Monday night against the Bengals. But however, there has been some good news reported today uh, that I never really saw coming this quick, but I'm very happy to hear it. Damar Hamlin is now writing down responses to his family on paper. He's able to move his extremities. Uh, and his breathing is improving, and but he's still got the tube down his throat. He's still in intensive care, but it seems that Damar Hamlin is starting to improve a bit from his condition. God, man, I prayed for that poor boy. I mean, that was just terrible to see. It was just a freak type accident. Hit him in the chest, caused his heart to stop, and God bless him, man. I just hope he's okay. I hope he recovers 100% and is able to lead a normal life. I don't know. I'm just throwing that out the window. He'll never play football again, but you never know. But main thing is that he's healthy and can resume a normal life. But back to the Cowboys. The Dallas Cowboys defeated the Tennessee Titans 27-13 last Sunday. Cowboys are now 12-4. They will play the Washington Commanders, who are eliminated from the playoffs. The Cowboys have a chance still to capture the number one seed, although they will need some help for that to happen. But if the 49ers and both the 49ers and the Eagles happen to lose, the 49ers play the Cardinals, I believe, and the Eagles play the Giants. The Giants are in the playoffs already, and they have no way of moving up to a higher seed. So I'm thinking that they're probably going to rest a lot of their players in this game, which kind of sucks because I really wanted the Giants to play all their starters throughout this game to try to beat the Eagles. The Eagles are on a 2-game losing streak. We beat them last week, so with a backup quarterback. Jalen Hurts is still out, and he was limited in practice this week. So remains to be seen what the Eagles are going to do. But if they lose and even the 49ers win, we could still end up in the second seed. We would surpass the Eagles if they lose because we have a better NFC record. But it all comes down to what happens Sunday. And it's going to be interesting to say the least. But all the Eagles had to do, they would have sewed up the number one seed. All they had to do was win one of the last 2 games they've played, but they lost both of them with Gardner Minshew at quarterback. And so, tough luck for the Eagles. I mean, I hate the Eagles, so I'm glad they lost, and it gives the Cowboys a ray of opportunity to get to that number one seed. Man, if we get to the number one seed after blowing that game against Jacksonville and blowing that game against Green Bay, God is just with us this year. It could be a Cinderella season for the Cowboys, to say the least. But the Cowboys have a long shot, like I said, to win to number one seed. And like I said, if we could have just beat the Jaguars, took care of our business, and beat at least the Jaguars, nevertheless the Green Bay game, we'd be in the driver's seat right now. In other news with the Cowboys, word is that Leighton Vander Esch and Jonathan Hankins should be back for the playoffs. Could they play this week if this was a playoff game? Probably. But the Cowboys would like to rest them, especially LVE with that neck stinger, one more week. and see how he improves and make sure he's ready for the playoffs. Uh, you know, sometimes going back to Hamlin, I was thinking about this. We really don't stop to think about how precious life is. We gripe about this, we worry about that, we down talk this, we down up talk that. It's just we never sit there and think about how precious life is, and it could be gone at any moment in time. So again, I hope nothing but the best for Damar Hamlin. I hope he recovers, and he's really been on my mind the last couple of days, and I was really glad to see that he was doing better today. But I also wanted to talk about a few things that the Cowboys need to do to succeed in these playoffs coming up. I always give the keys to the game before the game, which are always pretty much the same because the way the Cowboys play, it's always pretty much the same keys that they need to do to win the game. But in this case, it's a little bit different. Number one, stop the turnovers, and that's namely Dak throwing interceptions. If we can stop those interceptions and fumbles, and that'll go a long way as far as us being able to win in the playoffs. Number two, we need to keep running the ball. And the last few games, it seems that we've kind of backed off running the ball like we used to. If it doesn't work, goes just pass, and it's not always working for the Cowboys the way they want it to. So you got to run to keep them honest, Kellen Moore. So let's keep running the ball and see what happens. I think that'll help in the long run. Number three, our third down defense. We got to stop the explosive plays, folks. There's been way too many explosive plays on the Cowboys the last couple of games. It seems like we're still having trouble with that end around the running around the end. We just can't get over there for some reason and stop them before they round the corner. The Cowboys got to figure that out. If good teams do that, if these bad teams are doing it against us, in the playoffs they're going to be a lot better caliber teams. And if they're going to look at the tape and they're going to see, the Cowboys struggled with that. Let's try this. Let's run around the end. Let's run up the middle, whatever it takes. And the Cowboys are going to have to, and hopefully with Hankins coming back in LVE, that should kind of shore that problem up. But that is number three. Number four, I think they need to get T.Y. Hilton more involved. It seems that Michael Gallup is just still not back to his old self. He's doing okay, but he's just not setting the world on fire. I think he had like 2 catches in the last game for a minuscule amount of yards. T.Y. Hilton's got that burst, he's got that speed, and he can get down the field. I think Dak needs to start finding him more often and get him the ball to kind of take the pressure off CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee Lamb's been doing great. He stepped up as a number one receiver, as we all suspected that he would. So kudos to CeeDee Lamb, but T.Y. Hilton, I think, can really help us out if Dak would find him and be sure to pinpoint past that thing and not throw interceptions. And number five, as I just said, get LVE and Jonathan Hankins back. I think that will help solidify our defense. Nashawn Wright is our weak link in the secondary, although he really hadn't played that much. But he does have the length. As you saw, he got an interception in the last game. So he does have the measurables, but it's just a matter of getting in there and learning and playing and getting the time and on task. And I think he can turn out to be a pretty good DB. But it really hurt when we lost to Anthony Brown and Jordan Lewis this year in our secondary, and we really didn't go get any big name replacements. We got a few people off of waiver wire, but I'd never really heard of them. So the Cowboys, like I said, we play Washington this week. I hope we win this game. They're going to be starting a rookie quarterback, Sam Howell. So you never know. He might light us up. I don't know. I heard he's pretty good, but we'll see. But anyway, if anything else breaks before the game, I'll be sure and get back on here and report it. With that being said, catch you next time. I'm out.